And let's check now in on the situation at the Beitbridge border post in Musina. The traffic outside the Beitbridge border post into Zimbabwe was backed up all the way to Musina, about 14 kilometers from the border post. The northbound traffic had occupied all the lanes. For the latest on what's happening at the Beitbridge border post, let's cross over to our reporter Pimani Baloyi, who is joining us. Pimani, good morning and welcome to the agenda. First of all, the news that came out yesterday that 4 truck drivers had died. Do we know what led to their deaths?
Good morning, Aldrin, and to our viewers. Yes, indeed, we are at the Beitbridge border post in Musina, Limpopo. And you are correct, Aldrin, that there were fatalities reported at this border post where people have been queuing for days to access the border post so that they can be processed and be able to leave South Africa into Zimbabwe and other Southern African countries. As you mentioned, Aldrin, the numbers that were able to be confirmed yesterday were 4 by last night, where we saw people saying there are 4 truck drivers who died here. And as you asked, Aldrin, the deaths are mostly caused by dehydration. You might recall this is a very hot area, especially this time of the year, and some of the people don't have access to ablution facilities, they don't have access to water and other amenities that are necessary. And we've seen queues that stretch up to Musina, as you were mentioning, but today we've seen an easing of traffic where it remains congested, and we have trucks that are still queuing for kilometers on end. But we've seen light motor vehicles being able to ease through the traffic and get into the border post. And I wanted to mention, Aldrin, earlier we had an exclusive tour of the border post where we went into the area where travelers are being processed, and we were shown that indeed there isn't a large number of people that are getting into the border post needing to be processed, where we saw like at a time there would be only one person while people are queuing outside. And when we got inside, there was also a queue of people queuing to leave South Africa and get into Zimbabwe. And officials told us that, you know, there seems to be a problem in terms of Zimbabwe allowing people to get in. But as I was mentioning, the most of the brunt in terms of these queues are felt by truck drivers who have been stuck here for days on end. And to speak about to tell you more about this, we are joined by a Malawian national who is a truck driver who is traveling to Malawi, who's been on this road, he says, for 6 days, Mr. Atupeli Francis. Mr. Atupeli, just tell us, how long have you been here? Where are you traveling to? What were your hopes? Today's Christmas Day, you're spending it on the roads. What were your hopes for today?
It's difficult now to explain a little because of we stay here a long time, maybe since from last week. So
I'm sure you have family in Malawi.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What were your hopes for today? Today is Christmas.
Yeah, today is Christmas, but my family there is too much. There's the problem because I am here in South Africa, so maybe it's lack of food, money, what, because they don't have money to buy something like a food.
Thank you so much, Mr. Francis. Now we are also joined by another truck driver, Mr. Boniface Ncube, who's traveling to Zimbabwe. Mr. Ncube, tell us about your journey. How long have you been here?
I've been here since it's for 3 days now. Since I was in Musina. By the time I came, I catch the queue at Musina at around past 4 a.m. in the morning. Now I'm about 5 kilometers to the border. I've got 4 days now, so I don't know when I'm going to reach the border.
I'm sure you had hopes for today. You have family in Zimbabwe that you were bringing goodies for, Christmas goodies. How do you feel about spending your Christmas Day on a queue here?
It's unfair, it's very unfair, because now I've got groceries and presents, everything for the kids. And I don't know what to do and what to say. I've got 4 days, no bathing, and we are still buying these waters. The people are coming here and sell us the water. You see, all those stuff. It's very hot here. Yeah.
There you have it, Aldrin, some of the feelings of these truck drivers who've been stuck here on end. But I must emphasize, Aldrin, authorities, specifically from the Home Affairs Department, have been emphasizing that, they have been doing their job in terms of processing people when they get to the border post. The challenge seems to be on the road here, and the challenge seems to mostly affect truck drivers. And earlier we were talking about fatalities, Aldrin, and the number of fatalities that were confirmed here from the 14th up to today, according to Home Affairs officials, is right now standing at 8. But we've had unconfirmed reports of numbers getting up to 15. But for now, Aldrin, it's back to you in studio.
Okay, sorry, Pimani. Let me just quickly ask you that again, clarity. So are you saying that the Department of Home Affairs is saying that 8 people have now died?
Yes, Aldrin, we spoke to the director of this border post, Mr. Stephen Van Niel, earlier, and I would like to promise our viewers that we'll be bringing in that exclusive interview very soon to their screens, where he said, right now, the report that he has received from the 14th of December, 8 people are confirmed to have died in these people. But I must add, Aldrin, when we got the numbers that it's 4 truck drivers, it was only speaking to truck drivers. There are also passengers who have been suffocating inside buses. Passengers who've also been suffocating in bakkies, inside canopied bakkies. And in this heat without sufficient hydration, people have just been experiencing health challenges. So the confirmed number from Home Affairs that we got this morning is that 8 people have thus far died here. And this does not include, Aldrin, you might recall yesterday SABC News went to the Limpopo River and we learned that 3 others died while they were trying to cross the border illegally in a canoe. So the numbers right now are quite high and we are waiting for officials to consolidate those numbers.
Okay. So we'll come back to you a bit later on once you have confirmed those numbers. Thank you so much, Pimani Baloyi, joining us outside the Beitbridge border post.